In 2 weeks' time, we're going to be a drag challenge. So we need to get our ute ready to race. Well, it is that time of year again. That's right. Drag Challenge is just around the corner. And hilariously, 12 months ago, we thought we were going to be there with the ute. Well, to be honest, you know, a month out from Drag Challenge last year, we thought we can either do a full court press on the ute, and basically no one was going to be happy with that. I mean, it wouldn't have given us the result we wanted, and it would have been like everyone would have just been dead from exhaustion. So we put our efforts into the Lexan, and last minute, you know, Australia Post held on to the torque converter for too long, and we missed it with the Lexan as well. But that's all right. Both cars are running and driving since then, and to be honest, you know, the Lexan is a beast. It's a great street car, runs low tens, it's a sleeper, it's an awesome thing. But this thing is a beast. You know, we're running mid-8s already, and to be honest, the extra time has helped deliver a superior product. I mean, just having that extra time means we've been able to do everything properly, and I think that's shown in the results already. We've only been to the track twice. It went 8s on its first full pass down the track. It's already in the 850s. We're going to run the 850 class at Drag Challenge, so that means we have to run as close to 850 as possible without going faster than that. So that's our plan for Drag Challenge. It is 5 days, 5 tracks, over 1,600 Ks. It's going to go from Calder to Mildura to Tailem Band in South Australia, then back to Heathcote in Victoria, and back to Calder Park near Melbourne. So over 1,650 Ks, it's going to be quite an adventure, and definitely putting the challenge in Drag Challenge. But we have a couple last things that have to be done, last minute things. And so that's what this video is all about. And unfortunately, I don't have Matty this week because he's been a bit crook, you know, he's under the weather. So this video is going to be a bit different to our normal videos in that a lot of fixed camera positions and me talking to the camera and showing what I can. But there's lots to do, not a lot of time to do it. So let's just get into it. So to kick things off, I've got the dash apart on the car again. And the reason for that is that I'm wiring up the Howtech dash properly. Obviously it connected to the Nexus via CAN bus, and it worked fine like that, and that gives you the engine information, but it doesn't tell you any of the car information, like you know, are your blinkers working and all that sort of stuff. So I did do an initial wiring loom that ran from the back of the dash down here to the pillar, but I hadn't actually hooked it in with the wiring yet, and now I have done that. So I just used a piece of 7-core trailer wiring, and basically that gives you enough for your blinkers, and basically it's there to blinkers, headlights, you know, like say the dash dims when you turn your headlights on and stuff like that, and things like that, handbrake, all that sort of stuff. So that's what I've been doing this morning. I think I have it all hooked up now, so let's do a bit of a test. Okay, so, all right, so we got a flashy green arrow that way. We get a very fast flashy arrow that way. I don't know why. All our bulbs are intact, so I don't know why it's flashing fast. Usually it indicates a blown bulb, but all the bulbs are in and working, so I don't understand why that's flashing fast, but I'm sure we'll sort it out. Or does it matter? If the blinkers work, the blinkers work. That's all we need. But anyway, all right, so I've got that working. It even dims when you flick the lights on. Low. There we go. You can adjust the brightness with the plus and minus buttons over here. Turn it off, and it comes back. Right, well, the car has really kicked my ass today. The dash is in and it's mostly sorted. The main problem is the high beam light is pretty much always on. Except when you flash the lights, then it comes off and you're like, yeah, I've tried relays, I've tried all sorts of things to try and invert the signal, but none of it seems to work. So anyway, we're just gonna have to leave it at that. So we're gonna be driving around. It's gonna show a high beam light on the dash, whether the high beams are on or off. I've just got to be mindful which way the switch is. So anyway, and now we've run the battery down because we've had the lights on and off all day and been doing things and running pumps and all sorts of stuff. So it is getting close to knock-off time. So we're going to have to pack up, go home, put this thing on charge overnight, and tomorrow we'll come back and hook up some other stuff like the dump valve for the converter and, you know, some other sensors and stuff, and get the passenger seat in, so we're ready for that. But wow, I'm not having fun. Right, so we've had it on charge all night. Hopefully it's got enough zap in it to get it going. We've also had the side panels off, so I need to put them back on, and hopefully I can take it for a bit of a test drive over to MPW. The speed sensor, while it's on the front of the diff, it is not configured yet, so I'm going to go over to Adam's and hopefully drive it over. Adam can configure it, you know, we can set it up with the speedo, and then once that's done, we'll be right to just take it out and drive it. Hopefully. All right, let's get these panels back on. Right, that's all sorted. You may have noticed we've tucked the parachute cable up inside the tailgate just for transport. But yeah, seems to work, doesn't kink the cable or anything, so I think we are pretty much ready to roll. Let's give it a crack. All right, well, hopefully she starts. I've got to connect the battery. Duh. Damn it. Back out of the car. All right, let's give it a crack. Okay. That's right. So the car has a bit of an issue in that we need to lock and unlock the doors before we can crank it over. I'll just have to change some wiring around, but yeah, there we go. Lock, unlock, and here we go. And I need to check the trans fluid. Yeah, definitely needs trans fluid. All right. So obviously when I've installed the dump valve in the the transmission, I've had to dump the fluid, and now I've refilled to the level where I thought it was, but now it needs more. So let's put some more in it. All right, you're in there. Well, that's a couple litres, so let's give that a check. It was a fair bit down. All right. Yep, that's looking full. All right. So now I need to run a wire from the ECU down to the dump valve. I already know which wire that's going to be, so I'm going to do that up here, and then we put it on the hoist, wire underneath, then we can put the tray back on. Then we should be ready to drive away, hopefully. Well, holy shit. Remember back when we were dynoing the car and we had a problem with additional fuel pumps triggering because I thought I'd got my colours wrong? I didn't get it wrong at all. There's actually 2 pink blues in here. So it was the other pink blue. Who has 2 wires the exact same colour in a loom? There we go, pink blue. Pink blue. So let's not make that mistake again. There's actually a pink green and a pink light green. I mean, come on, you're just asking to get things confused there. But anyway, all right. Well, we shall go with the pink grey. Surely we can't mix that up with like pink white. This is why I've left the passenger seat out until now.
So you've got to love the simple wiring jobs. 2 wires, the solenoid. So one's going to go to earth, one's going to go to our HCO wire, which is this one. So a little strip and terminate job. So let's rip some off that. Strip some off you. Okay. There's that heat shrink. I'll whack some heat shrink over it while I'm here. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. one. Okay, that's you. So you're going up to there. So wiring done, temp sensor in. Okay, we can put our shield back up under here and that'll be done for this end. Then I've just got my shock sensor and I'll be pretty happy with under here. Moving on. On second thoughts, I'm going to leave the tray off for the moment because I want to do an oil change, but I don't want to do it today. So we'll leave the oil that's in it for the moment, but I don't want to take the tray on and off either. Unnecessary. All right, let's go do this shock sensor. So my plan was, while I was under here, to fit this little duva from Haltech. So it's a aluminium shock travel sensor mount, screws onto the bolt here, the shock bolt. So have an extended shock bolt, screw that on, and then you can mount your travel position sensor up there, and we'll mount a tab up there as well. Unfortunately, it's the wrong thread for our shock bolt, so I've got to go buy a shock bolt, and I figure if I've got to drive somewhere, I might as well take the car for a drive, go over and see Adam, sort out our speedo, all that sort of stuff. There is a lot to do, not just with this car, but with drag challenge prep as well. So I've got a lot going on at the moment, which is why I'm a little bit frazzled. However, yeah, we'll take this out for a drive, go see Adam, sort out our speedo, and then we'll come back to this probably next week, which is not really what I want to do, but without Maddie here and with everything else that's going on, I think that's what we're going to have to do. You may have noticed we have different wheels and tyres on there too. Let's have a look at those. So I'm not sure if you noticed, but we have street tyres. We have some Nankang 275s on there. They are the same size rims as our drag rims, just with actual street tyres on them, so we can drive it around on the streets. We're using RTS titanium wheel nuts on these now. They're a slightly smaller nut, so we don't have to use a special socket anymore. So these actually work properly with the Street Pro wheels, which is fantastic. So now I can get it down off the hoist and go drive it somewhere. That's my plan. Let's go do that. All right, here we go. Our first real street drive. We'll see how we go.
A few moments later.
there is just traffic everywhere. I have picked a really bad time to go out.
Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you? Bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when they come for you?
got the designs in the thing, but...
It's all you. You can fuck around with your dash stuff. Give us a quick look. What's up?
It works.
Okay.
So we've got our speedo set up, we've got our dump valve set up. I'm going to head back to home base. I'll get this video finished off. But yeah, it's good to actually have a working speedo now. I think this is the first time we've ever had a working speedo on our Howtech dash. It's good to see. I mean, we've always had the capability, just not the ability, you know what I'm saying? You need someone like Adam who's done it a million times to show you what to do. Alrighty.
A few moments later.
Hey guys, so I only just realised the GoPro died right at the end, which is where I did my closer for the video. So this is going to be my closer on the phone. The ute obviously made it back, but it did get quite warm in the traffic. It was not the perfect test run, I'll say. Traffic was quite heavy, but the temps aren't really high either. So, you know, it's a bit of a worry. It's something we're going to have to address next week. We'll find out what's going on. Maybe we need to go to the electric water pump. I was hoping we wouldn't have to, but okay, maybe that's going to have to be a thing. I don't know. We'll sort it out next week, and you'll see that on a future episode of Carnage.